Yo, baby, you ready to let the games begin? Baby. Cause I'm ready.
Hey, yeah.
On your mark, get set, here we go.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Beautipaschen. Yes. So yeah, I can't talk loud. It's late at night. I'm not trying to wake up people. My grandson is sleeping. But I'm just sitting here scrolling YouTube and Chris Sales is back doing videos. We already know this is his second video. The first one he did with Abby Nicole a couple weeks ago on her channel. And then, yeah, this is his first video back on his channel since he did his house tour. Now listen, I never really had no ill will. I never felt the way about Chris. I'm gonna put it like that. Did he make a lot of bad choices with women? Yeah. After, well, even starting with Queen Naija, yeah, he made bad choices. I mean, he went from 1 kid to 4 since he left Queen. Well, he went from 1 kid. Yeah, he went from 1 kid to 4 since he left Queen Naija. I don't know if all the baby mamas, do he got different baby mamas? I think he got different baby mamas. All 3 different. I think all of them got different baby mamas. So I'm assuming he got 4 different baby mamas. I don't know. Somebody fact checked me. I don't know, but I know 2 of them so far. The one. Anyway, I think he got 4 different baby mamas. Somebody fact checked that. So for me, I never really felt. I didn't really start watching Queen until she got with Clarence. Like, I watched a little bit of her and Chris, but I really didn't get into watching Queen until she started dating Clarence. So, because of that, I never really felt any way towards Chris. Again, he was in the media making a lot of dumb mistakes with women. You know, he ended up in like domestic abuse situations, and you know, he went through a lot for a couple years after he left Queen. So that probably is the reason why he's been absent on YouTube. So anyway, he's back, and I'm like, let me see what Chris talking about. And the video was going fine. He touched on him and Trey and Armand not really hanging out no more, and how he feels some kind of way about that, but he understand. But then this is the part that he get to that got me. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It was just like, what? So let y'all listen.
Myself, should I answer this or should I just leave it alone? But I'm gonna answer it, and I'm gonna get my honest opinion on it. And y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about it, but it was just a question that y'all wanted me to answer. So I'm gonna just give my honest opinion about it. But somebody asked me, do you think Clarence is faithful to Queen? Me personally, no.
First of all, he's putting himself in the hot seat. He asked Instagram to give him questions to ask. He claims somebody asked him, and in my mind, who would ask him this question? But okay, somebody asked him, do he think Clarence is faithful to Queen? First of all, that question is out of pocket. Second of all, his answer is no. And let's listen to why he say he feel like Clarence isn't faithful to Queen Naija.
And then I heard stories, I heard rumors, with him going out to, I think that was Kai party and stuff like that. Some girl told me like he went downstairs in one of the yachts. I swear to God on my life, I'm not trying to do, bro, listen to me, you know what I'm saying? I swear to God I heard this, bro, and I'm not even gonna say the girl who told me.
Let me pause him. First of all, is you gonna tell us a story or not? Because now I'm starting to feel some kind of way about this story. Like, just let us know what you heard from the girl. You ain't got to say the girl name if you don't want to put her out there, but just give us a story. We don't need no side commentary, none of that stuff. Just give us the reason why you think, because you heard of a story. Like, that made me think that the story not true, because it's like, just tell us a story, Chris. Just tell us a story. Why? Just tell us a story. All right, let's try this again.
But she was like, yeah, it was some girls that went downstairs and went with Clarence and like in the yacht. I guess there's rooms in the yacht and there was girls. Like yeah, I felt. She said he had a security guard and then nobody was able to have their phones and the girl went downstairs but I don't mean he cheating on her. I'm just using that for an example. But I feel like no man he's with her being gone all the time and him being a stay-at-home mom, I don't think.
First of all, let's rewind this for a minute. A couple weeks ago, Clarence made some comments about Trey's video. I reacted to that. And in the comments he made, he basically was saying like they shouldn't be bringing Chris. Like basically, Clarence was feeling some kind of way about the Trey video because Queen and Chris was in a video and pretty much the scene that they were in, it was a couple scene, but it was touchy-feely. So I think Chris picked her up by her butt or something. Like it was just like somebody videotaped them being a couple, which is what you do. You touch each other when you're a couple. Clarence felt some kind of way about that scene because it just wasn't like them sitting and eating hamburgers and french fries. It was a touchy-feely scene. So that's why Clarence was feeling some kind of way. Queen requested Trey to take it out his video. Trey was like, no, they got past that. Great. That in turn made Chris feel some kind of way because Clarence was basically saying like his angle on it was Chris put Queen through so much trauma and turmoil that can bring up bad memories for her. But in reality, we already know what it was. It was the type of scene it was. Like any man would feel some kind of way looking at their current girlfriend hugged up with her ex-boo. Any kind of sexual touches, kisses, and you in love with, you gonna feel some kind of way. Even though you know that person was before you, men are still gonna feel some kind of way. But Clarence's angle on it was because Chris was so much of a toxic person to her that Trey should have never put it in his video. And so Chris felt some kind of way because of the angle that Clarence was going in about that. And I guess that's why he feel like he can just get up here and respond like that. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like payback almost. I feel like. Because he calling him a house mom. Like, we know that Clarence sits on stream all day. So, yeah, he got to be in the house. Where he going to stream his content at? He got to be in the house. But a house mom is crazy. A house mom is crazy.
That he's being faithful. I'm just being honest. I think he's smart with it though. Of course he's smart with it. That isn't me personally. I think he's smart with it, but of course he's not being faithful to her. Like, come on now.
Why would he say that Clarence isn't being faithful to Queen? Like, for real, y'all. Why would he get up here and say this? Like, we never seen Clarence in no kind of scandal. We ain't never seen Clarence in no kind of scandal. Never. Like, we ain't never seen no girl come out and said they got his number. They've been texting him. I mean, they've been texting each other, DMing, like nothing. Like, Clarence got a clean slate. I mean, from what I understand, if I missed something, let me know. But from what I understand, I've never heard nobody in the media say Clarence was cheating on Queen and brought up receipts. I've never heard it. So why would Chris get up here and say something like that? Like, is that too hard to believe that you could be in love with somebody, truly in love with somebody, and don't cheat on them? Is that hard? I don't think that's too hard. I know a lot of people that's truly in love with the person they with and they don't cheat on them. So the fact that that might not be your story, you can't put that on nobody else. Just because you didn't do right in your marriage with Queen, don't mean that Clarence is doing wrong in his relationship with Queen. And to get up here and say that you feel like Clarence is cheating on Queen is all the way out of pocket. Period. No matter what kind of beef you and Clarence got, y'all still have to co-parent. You have to co-parent Queen Naija and Clarence because they're the one to take care of your kid. CJ. So you cannot get up here and say, I feel like Clarence is cheating. Like that is, I don't know. He came back to YouTube with a whole messy pot. Like he came back and was like, I'm just gonna stir up the pot right now. Like I'm just gonna get y'all this fire right now. And you know Clarence sit on stream all day. So you think Clarence ain't gonna get on his stream and respond to this tomorrow? Maybe that's why he did it. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's why he did it. Let me start up some beef with Clarence so I can get back into these YouTube streets. Because as you know, a couple years ago, they was going back and forth on YouTube. Clarence was making a video. Chris was making a video. Chris was making a video. They was going back and forth. And ever since then, they kind of like calmed down a little bit. They beef calmed down a little bit. But I guess in a way, what's the best way to come back to YouTube other than, the best way to come back is to start a beef, right? I get it. But it's just distasteful. It's just distasteful. But I get it at the end of the day. I'm back in YouTube streets. Let me start this beef real quick. Because if we know beefs make a lot of money. You beef with somebody, you about to make a lot of money. So how he gonna start making money other than a beef with Clarence? I wish Clarence wouldn't respond back to him. But as we know, why not? Why wouldn't Clarence? I wish he wouldn't, but YouTube is just not like that. The more you respond back, the more money you're gonna make, to be honest. Whatever beef you in on YouTube, it just bring in a bag. It just is what it is. So I guess I get Chris' angle now that I sit here and think through it, but it's still distasteful at the end of the day. Like, to get up here and say you think Clarence is cheating on Queen and he not all the way faithful is just like, that's just out of pocket.
How many females? And I know she know that too, but I'm just being honest. All right. Anyways, are you gonna do another video?
Okay. I just wanted to talk about that one little segment that Chris put in his video. And you know what? I have to think. Sometimes I be having to think about what I'm looking at. Like, yeah, it's all the way wrong what he's saying. But then in that 1 second, I got it. Like, if he's trying to come back to YouTube and make some money, he got 2 million. He got over 2 million subscribers. So, he can't come back to YouTube and just be like boring. He gotta start off with a beef, so he can get in these streets and start back making money. I don't know what happened to his OnlyFans. He had an OnlyFans channel that he had he was doing kind of like what Blueface was doing, like had a bunch of girls in a house and like letting them live with him. And I don't know how that went. I don't know how that went. It don't look like he doing the OnlyFans no more, but I know he did that. So you could tell that he's kind of like trying to. He got 4 boys. He got 4 kids. So he gonna have to get back in these YouTube streets. If he ain't doing nothing else. If ain't nothing else working, he gonna have to get back in the YouTube streets. And for him to get back in there, that means let's start a beef with Clarence. So I get it. At that one moment I didn't get it, but I get it. But man, I wish he didn't have to come back like this, like saying that Clarence is cheating on Queen because of the little bogus ass story he say he heard from somebody, which we don't even know if that's true. But okay, y'all, how y'all feel about Chris coming back to YouTube like this? Or should he chose another angle to come back to YouTube? Not the beef with Clarence. Maybe another way. Maybe changing up his content. Maybe streaming. You know how like DDG, he streamed on Twitch, but he still posted on his YouTube channel? Maybe something like that. at the end of the day, I mean, he still got 2 million subscribers on his channel. So that, I mean, that many people didn't leave him, I guess. But I don't know, y'all. How do y'all feel about Chris coming back to YouTube this way? Should he just have left the Queen and Clarence narrative out? Or was it a good move for him to start a beef coming right back on YouTube? How y'all feel about that? Let me know in the comments below. It's Messy Monday, baby. Let's go. It's Messy Monday. I'm going to meet y'all in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Hecky now, Joe. It's Beauty Passion, and I'm out.